Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 10 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 10 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter area and perimeter. The lessons we're going to cover today are area and perimeter in coordinate plane, area of compound figures, area between two shapes, area and perimeter of similar figures. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Okay, here I'm on grade 10 math. Area and perimeter in coordinate. What is the perimeter of the square meter, right? So to calculate the side lengths, we have to find out their coordinates so that we can calculate their side lengths. Or you can simply by counting the squares, you can count their side length. So the side lengths are because that is a square. Square has all four sides equal in measurement. So you have to do 4 times 7. 4 times 7 is 28. So for this square, that is 28. Let's just start with the test questions. What is the area of DG? So area of the square is side times side. So for the given square, the side length is 1. So then area is 1 times 1. The correct option is 1. That is 1 square unit. Option number 1 is the correct option. What is the parameter of the square EFGH? So let's just calculate the side lengths of the square and then we have to calculate the parameter. So I'm going to count these squares, right? You can calculate through the coordinates 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The square has all four sides equal in length. So the a parameter, we need to calculate the parameter, sorry. We need to add all the side lengths 6 plus option. That is 24. Option number 1 is the correct option. Parameter of this square is 24. What is the parameter of the square TUVW? So we need to calculate the side length, right? That is so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. So which is the correct? That is 28. Option number 1 is the correct option. 28 it is. What is the area of the square? I think that would be 1. Okay, 10 and 5. 12, 13. 13. That is 13 times 13. When you calculate the area, that would be side times side. That is option number 1 is the correct option. That is 169. what is the area of the square? That is 25. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is area of compound figures. So how do we calculate the area of the compound figures? We need to divide the figure into the simpler figure, and then we can calculate the area. Let's just divide this figure in simpler figure. You can see here we have divided this figure into two parts. Now we have, so we need to calculate their side lengths. So the we need to calculate the area, length, time, width. So that is 18 times 3, that is 54, and the area of the figure B is 16 times, that is 208. Then you need to add both the areas. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, let's just divide the figure into three figures, then like this. So start calculating their area, starting with this one, that is 24, right? So 24 times 24 is 576. Now look at this one. It is 15. So here that is 9. So 24 minus 9 is, I think, 15. Yes. So for this one, it would be 15 times 15. That is 220. From here to here, it is 19, and this is 152. So for the whole figure, you need to add the areas. 6 plus 225 plus 152, that is 953. Option number 2 is the correct option, that is 953. What is the area of the figure? So let's just divide the complex figure into simpler figures and then their area. This is one shape, this is 2 and 3. That is 6 times 8 is 48. For this one, 10 and 13 plus 6 is 19. Because from here to here it is 6, 13 and 6, 19. 19 times 10 is 90. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 times. So 23 times 5 is 115. So you need to add all these areas 115 plus 48. So let's that is 115 plus 190 plus 48, that is 350. 2 is the correct option, that is 353. What is the area of the again just divide this figure into three smaller figures, calculate the add them. You can do them like this also 1, 2 and 3. So for this one we have 20 times 15. 20 times 15 is 300. 12 times 12, that is 144, and times 6, that is 36. So just that would be 480. Option number 1 is the correct option. It is 480. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is area between two shapes. So let's just start with this. What is the area of the shaded region? So let's just understand the concept. Basically, the colored one is a wall, right? Inside the wall. You have to calculate the area of the wall only, excluding the window, right? So how do we calculate? You have to calculate of the wall, 34.9 times. Then you need to calculate the area of the window. Subtract the area of the window out of the area of the wall. And this will get the Let's just start with the test questions. What is the area of the shaded region? Calculate the area of the white region and the color region, right? So the given shape is a triangle. The area of the triangle is half times base times Height. Calculate the area of the white well. That is half times base is 18.3. Height is, so it is 18.3 times 26.5. That is 484.95 divided by 2. That is 242.475. Now calculate the area of the colored one. That is half times 25.9 times 37.6. So let's just get 25.9 times 37.6. That is 973.84 divided by 2. So that is 486.92. Subtract the area of the colored one minus the area of the white. So 486.92 minus 242.476. So that is 244.45. Option number one is the, when you subtract, the answer is 244.45. So option number one is the correct option. Option number one is the correct option. Let's just move on to next one. What is the area of the shaded region? So we need to calculate both these squares. For the inner one, that is 25 times 25. 25 times 25, that is 625. And for the outer one, that is 38 times 38. The area is 1444. So subtract the 444 minus 625. That is 819. So that's 819. Option number two is the correct option. That is 819. Okay, the next one is what is the area of the shaded region? So the area of the white one is 16.3 times 14.8, that is 241.24. And the area of the outer one is 20.5 times 37.5, that is 768.75 minus 241.24, that is 527.15. Option number 2 option. Option number 2 is the correct option, that is 527.15. Okay, the lesson by yourself today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is area and parameter of similar figures. The figures below are similar. What is the parameter of the similar sides? So we need to form the corresponding ratio, the ratio between their similar sides and the ratio between their parameters, then we have to equate them. Let's just start with the test questions. The figures below are similar. The labeled sides are corresponding. What is the parameter? So we have to form the ratio between their corresponding sides, that is 7 over 2. Then we need to equate them with the ratio of their parameter. So P2 equals 7 over 2 times P1, that is 12. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 6 is 12. So 7 times 6 is 42. So the parameter of the figure 2 is 42. Option number 2 is the correct option, 42 it is. The figures below are similar. The labeled sides are corresponding. What is the area of the smaller rectangle? So let's just form the ratio between their corresponding sides. So that is A1 equals 4 times 63 over 6. 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 21, and 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 12. That is what's wrong with the calculations. I think the answer isn't 4 times 63 divided by 6. Yes, 42, but we are not given with the option, right? So the area of the smaller one is 42. We are not given with answer 42. Hmm. We need to calculate their squares actually, because we need to calculate the area. So first thing we need to do is we have to calculate the squares of the corresponding sides. That is 4 square and 6 square we have to do. That is 16 over 36. And we need to equate it with A1 over A2. So A1 equals 16 times 63 over 36. So that would be 16 times 63 divided by 36. So the correct option is 28. When we are going to calculate the area, we always have to calculate the squares of the corresponding sides, right? So that is the sides are 4 over 6, so their squares are 16 over 36. Then you can form a proportion between their areas. So it would be 28. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is the figures below are similar. What the labeled sides are corresponding? What is the parameter of the larger pentagon? So we need to calculate the 3 over 1 equals P2 over 5. So P2 equals 3 times 5, that is 15. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 10 math. Chapter we were working on is area and perimeter. The lessons we have covered today are area and perimeter in the coordinate plane, area of compound figures, area between two shapes, area and perimeter of similar figures. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you, or either you can write them down in the chat box. I am here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.